and welcome. So today we're going to be finding what two numbers add to 1 and multiply to negative 72. Alright, well, we got to find two numbers. They have to hit both qualifications at once. Those two numbers have to add to a positive 1, and they also have to be able to multiply to negative 72. Right? Can't change the numbers as you do one from the other. So you can say, okay, well, how do we start? Where do we go from here? We have two options, right? You can either focus on numbers that add to 1 or numbers that multiply to negative 72. Now, which ones you want to focus on are the ones that multiply to negative 72. There is an infinite amount of numbers that add to positive 1, right? You can do, if you start adding negative numbers, let's say we have 4 added to a negative 3. That's positive 1. What if we did 0 plus 1? That's technically also positive 1, right? There's a lot of numbers out there, but that gives you negative 12. When you multiply, that's 0. Alright, shouldn't put an equal sign there. If you were to multiply, you get negative 12, multiply, you get 0, right? And you'd be guessing from those infinite numbers until you finally get to negative 72. That will take ages. So focus on multiplication, right? I personally like to start with just positive 72, and I just throw in the negatives later. So let's find all the numbers that multiply to 72. The hardest one to find is 1 times 72. There you go. Got the hardest one out of the way. Right? And then from there, you just want to go in ascending order. So if we start with 1, what's the next number? 2. Right? Does 2 go into 72? Yeah, it goes in 36 times. And then I just go up the list and I say, okay, what about 3? Does 3 go into 72? It does. It goes in 24 times. Now you know what number goes in if you do division, right? If you do 72 divided by 3, and it gives you 24. This whole number means it goes in evenly. If you get a decimal, it doesn't go in evenly. Alright? So you just keep going up the list, and now let's try 4. So if we do 72 divided by 4, right? 4 does go in. You have 4 and 18. How about 5? 5 will not. 5 gives you a decimal, doesn't go in. We keep going. I'd say, alright, what about 6? Does 6 go into 72? And it does. It's 6 and 12. Alright, what about 7? No, you'll get a decimal. What about 8? 72 divided by 8? It does. You get 9. And you say, alright, does 9 go into it? Well, yeah. What do you notice about the last number in your second column? It's already there. What this means is that as soon as you hit that repeat, right, once 9 is already stated, it's in the second column, that means that you literally have every possible pair of numbers that multiplies to 72. You're done. Okay, your answer has to be in this list. Alright, so now let's keep in mind the original question. It says numbers that multiply to negative 72. Well, that means that in order to multiply to a negative number, one number has to be positive, the other has to be negative. So that means that when we're looking at these lists, we have two positive numbers, one of them has to be negative. So I just usually put negatives on my first column. If I need to change it, I can. Alright, so then from there, let's start combining those numbers. We need to know numbers that add, so add them together, combine them. So negative 1 plus 72, 71, that is not positive 1, right? A little far off. 34 isn't doing it, 21 isn't doing it, 12 isn't doing it, 6 isn't doing it, but if we add these two, we get positive 1. And you'll notice that, so negative 8 and positive 9 are your answers. Now what if, right? We just willy-nilly put the negative on the 8. What if we had put the negative on the 9 instead? Well, that would have given us negative 1. If you ever find yourself in this particular situation, all you have to do is just switch your signs, right? We know that 9 times negative 8 is negative 72, or the other way around, right? These both multiply to negative 72. So if you have a problem with signs, switch them, right? Because if you're getting 1 or negative 1, right, it's almost the same number, it's just a sign flip. Okay, so be wary of that as you're going through this, but that is the basics for this one. Alright, thanks for watching.